Hello, welcome back. In this video, you will be learning certain very interesting perceptual aspects or the dynamics of perception. Let us see what they are. You will find them very interesting, I promise. Selective exposure, right? We have been discussing perceptual selection, that we select only certain information to go through our conscious process, right? So, selective exposure. Here, we as individuals, we prefer to be exposed to only certain amount of information or certain class of information, especially which is, affirmative, which validates us. Or for example, we have already made a purchase. You have already made a purchase. Now you want yourself to be exposed to such information which reassures that you made a right choice. Got it? So that is selective exposure. We want that pleasant experience. We want that dissonance reducing experience. We don't want any doubt on the brand choice that we have already made. So we selectively expose ourselves to any such reassuring information or reassuring communication from the marketer's side that we are right, that we made a best choice. So that is selective exposure concept. Okay, the rest of the information we ignore, but this piece of assuring information, we selectively, choosingly, willingly, we expose ourselves to such piece of information from the marketers. This is the reason why marketers also have to send such reaffirmative or affiliation kind of informations, assuring kind of informations from their side to the consumers. Okay, and consumers will very willingly receive and expose themselves to such informations also. That is the concept of selective exposure, right? Selective attention. See, for example, as a consumer, you want to purchase a certain brand of car, say for example. So suddenly what you observe is, you find so many cars of your brand choice or your brand preference on the roads. Suddenly you find yourselves you pay attention, like you find lots of information on the internet maybe, or in the newspapers, in the advertisements, on the hoardings, everywhere you find that particular brand of cars. So what is this happening? Like, is it a magic kind of a thing? Definitely not. Thing here is, you as a consumer, you are paying attention to your interest, to your brand choice, right? You have come to a conclusion in your mind that you are preferring this particular brand, you are going to buy that particular brand. So suddenly you subconsciously, without having much of your consciousness, you are paying attention to it. You are receiving or you are filtering out that information which you are most likely to purchase a brand or something. Okay, so you are paying attention to your choices, right? So that is the concept of selective attention. Whatever your needs are, whatever your motives are, okay, those needs and motives, those preferences of you will make you pay attention to what all the information that is already there. That information is already there, but now you are paying the attention. Now you are very receptive towards that information, because somewhere your motives, your needs, your choices, they are matching, you have a match between your needs and the information that is already there. So now you are paying attention to all that information which you did not earlier. Okay, so that is the concept of selective attention. Now, perceptual defense. Perceptual defense means, see, we as individuals, we do not like unpleasant information, or we do not like threatening information. Okay, and we defend ourselves from any such unpleasant exposure. Say for example, if a person smokes heavily, okay, so he knows internally, he knows that smoking is injurious, it causes lots of health problems and all, and thing is, he wants to defend himself, he wants to protect himself from that information. He never prefers to go through that information. So that is the defense mechanism every individual will have. Okay, so this chain smoker, he by all ways and means, he tries to avoid such information which is very much threatening. Okay, so in order to defend himself from that unpleasantness, from that unfavorable consequences, he is blocking that. He is defending himself from such kind of information consciously, willingly. Okay, so for example, he is going through a magazine and then on that page something against smoking, some information is there, immediately he turns that page away. Okay, he skips that page. So that is the defense mechanism we all have. Okay, and perceptual blocking is another concept. See, perceptual blocking happens when say for example, you are bombarded with some advertisement. Repeatedly you are exposed to a certain advertisement, say for example. So what happens is, you block it. Mentally you block it. You are not anymore receptive to that information, because maybe you are too bored of that information, maybe it is too routine, or maybe it is annoying. Okay, for such reasons you are trying to block, consciously you are trying to block certain piece of information from receiving, like from entering your conscious mind. You are simply not interested. This is another marketing implication. See, like we have already discussed in a different video, that repetition is something which allows that perceptual selection. If you say something repeatedly, that will enter your conscious mind. But again, the contrasting concept is this blocking concept. So repetition also should have certain limit. Okay, anything which is in excess will be, venom. It is not, we cannot welcome something which is too much in existence. Okay, same thing applies to marketing and advertising also. You have to remind the people, remind the consumers, you have to repeat the ads, but it should not be so annoying to them, and it should not be like a bombardment where they end up blocking that information from the marketer's side. Okay, so these are a few interesting concepts about perceptual selection. Thank you.